Okay. Hi, guys. All right. Let me bring this up. Hello, hello. All right. Hi, honeys. Hello. Hey, hey. Hi. Hello, Blessed Imbolc. Yay, we're here. Hi, Cass. Driving home from Tucson. All right. I don't know if I'm going to be able to wear my robe or not. I'm already hot. We'll see. Plus, it has these long sleeves, which are not good for lighting all these candles. We'll see. Hi, Paperback. Hi, Lady Blind Wolf. Hi, Luna. Hello, Long Hair Skinny Eyed Toe. Witchy Woo. Hi, honey. Hi, Tass. And Pat. Scott said your massive flame is slowing us down. Hi, Amber. Hi, Deb. Edward, hello. Welcome. Estelle, you were just watching my Morgan video. Awesome. Blessed Imbolc. Is it already Imbolc? It is, Cameron. It is. Dusk. Well, it is for me. Dusk on the night before. And we celebrate until dusk the night after. So, yay. Or the night of, technically. Hi, Dahlia. How are you, honey? Hi, Emma. And Johnny Dragon. Hello. So, as usual, my Imbolc ritual is kind of a combination of a bunch of things. That's all right. That's why you're here. You can celebrate with us no matter what. Now, the trick is going to be able to show some of the altar and be able to do my thing and talk to you guys too. Let's see if I can do this without killing anyone or myself. All right. All right. All right, so hopefully everyone has had a wonderful day. And, you know, even if it wasn't wonderful, at least it's Imbolc and it's the end of the month. Yay. And it's Friday. Yay. For those of us who, you know, Friday is actually Friday for us. I'm going to start by lighting just a couple of the candles here. I was late because I was looking for my long lighters, which I do not have any of because I have pot smokers and cigarette smokers in my house. And so we ended up, isn't that pretty? Shows the snowflake when it's all lit up. So we ended up, I decided to have a candle that I can light some of my candles with. All right, and I'm not going to actually light any of those yet. Okay, so, yay, hello, hello, hello. All right, so first of all, we just want to welcome everyone here. Take a deep breath. Enjoy the fact that we are celebrating another turning of the year. It's pretty darn exciting, if you ask me. I always love the, each Sabbath to me is such a wonderful celebration of, you know, just the way life keeps going over and over and over. Yay. Hi, Linda. Hi, Sarana. Okay, so everybody take a big deep breath for me because I know the other thing is I needed to take a cleansing bath before I did this, so ended up with wet hair, but hi, Kay. And so, this is Witch's New Year. Well, Witch's New Year, technically, it depends on who you ask. Many people celebrate Witch's New Year on Mabon. Not Mabon. Yes. No. On Samhain. And then some people, it's Yule. So it depends on who you ask. I don't, usually Imbolc is not the New Year, but it is, you know, the coming, hopefully, of spring, the value of knowing that in that cold, there's stuff growing underneath, and there is buds forming on the trees, and, you know, so Mother Nature is starting to warm the earth back up and allow us to imagine that pretty soon that that spring weather is going to come and be here. Everything feels fresh and new. Absolutely. And again, what do I say? If it works for you, it works. If you consider this your new year because everything's renewed, cool. That I can totally, I'm with that. I can totally see that. Thank you for the help earlier this morning. No problem. If that doesn't work, let me know. If it turns out it's not your dad or something, let me know. For sure. She gave us a taste today with 64. Then Sunday we dropped below freezing again, right? Your daffodils are starting to poke out. Oh, awesome. Hi, Marge. Leanne. So the Brigitte's bed. I have something in my eye. Sorry, guys. Ugh. The Brigitte's bed is to welcome Brigitte into our home. So in, you know, the days where you needed a flame and a hearth to warm your home, Brigitte, you were welcoming Brigitte into the home, and you wanted her to stay a while so that she would light your hearth fire, so she would bless your home. Because she's the goddess of fertility and flame, it was really important that she, in order to have a prosperous year, that you invited her into your house. And then we're going to add, at some point during the ritual, the Priapak wand, which symbolizes the god. And some of the acorns, I have some acorns out and stuff to symbolize the fertility. And then you allow the Brigitte doll and the Priapak wand to lay together for the night. Usually you cover them up with a blanket, and you allow them to spend the night together, and that's to encourage their fertility and prosperity, which will then encourage your fertility and prosperity throughout the year. And I don't just mean fertility like, you know, birth and stuff, although if that's something that you're looking for, then now's a good time for that. But the fertility of the earth, the fertility of your crops, the fertility of your prosperous beings, right? What is the wand made of? So mine, you can use any kind of stick. Mine, I used a big cinnamon stick that I had. And then you attach a pine cone at the end of it. And I used like a, you know, what do you call it? Hot glue gun and hemp string and ribbon and stuff to wrap around it. And so that symbolizes the god. Yay. Okay. All right, so let's start. Let's see if you can see the altar here. Yeah, you can. Pretty good. So we have milk in the chalice, seeds on the altar, and shelves. That's an awesome idea. This is Blessed Imbolc, Danny. This is the first time that you would start blessing your seeds. I will tell you that in the Northeast in New York, I don't even think about blessing my seeds until Ostara, because even at Ostara, I still have at least a month, sometimes a month and a half, before I can then plant those seeds. So Ostara is my seed time. I put seeds on the altar for Ostara up here, because there's just no way that I'm planting those anytime soon. Even on the inside, if I planted them on the inside now, then they would become too big and I would have to have big, pots and stuff. So pre-packed ones are available on Etsy. Yeah, it's so much better to make your own because then you add your energy into it for sure. All right, so I have a bunch of tree candles, and if you saw, I found at a garage sale, I think this year, a bunch of tree candles, and I thought, what a great time to use some of my tree candles. So I've anointed this with goddess oil, and this pink sparkly is the goddess candle tonight, the goddess candle for Brigitte. And then I had a gold one, so that is for the fornicator god, the horned god, is the gold tree tonight. So lots of goodies. Yes, for sure. All right. Whew. So here we go. I'm going to start by lighting the goddess candle, which is unusual. We usually don't do that until we light the, and I have snowball candles. I'm going to light the snowball candles too. Until we light the element candles. But tonight we're going to start with Brigitte because it takes a while to entice Brigitte to come into your home. And so, I wanted to start, really I should have been starting at dusk, but it's close enough at this point that I'm okay with that. Okay. And think it was that kind of video. It is. All right. Amidst the darkness, the lady is stirring, gently awakening from frozen dreams. All the world has awaited this moment, the return of the maiden and her promise of oncoming spring. How long do you leave your altar up? That's a good question. I leave it up until I start feeling the promise of the next Sabbath. So it depends. Every year it's different. Sometimes it's right up until, the next holiday. And sometimes it's, as soon as this one's done, I'm ready for the next one. So it's a personal choice kind of thing. And so as our goddess candle is lit, we will now call the quarters to join us, starting with Earth, which I see as in the north. So our green element candle in the north here will represent Earth. Powers of Earth, the maiden awakes. Come join the circle and share in the light. Blessed be. We will go to Air, which is represented by this yellow gold kind of candle here. Powers of Air, the maiden awakes. Come join the circle and share in the light. Ooh, these candles need a little bit of extra help. There's glitter in these candles, so it makes me wonder if the glitter is stopping the wick. Come on, baby. Earth does not want to join us tonight. We're almost there. Bear with me. Come on, catch. Ooh. All right, I'm going to have to pour off some of this wax here. Try again. Sometimes the elements need a little coaxing. So did I say air? Powers of air, the maiden awakes. Come join the circle and share in the light. And fire. Ooh, do I even see a wick? Is it upside down? Did I put the fire candle in upside down? Oh my goodness, you guys, you never know, right? Yep. I put the fire candle in upside down. See, it just goes to show you sometimes weird stuff happens and you just keep going. So I did, by the way, work on the initiation stuff today some. Tomorrow I will have the event up in the Facebook page. If you don't have the Facebook page and you don't have Facebook, you can sign up by email by getting hold of Pat's email. You always have the most beautiful altars. Thank you. Powers of fire, the maiden awakes. Come join the circle and share in the light. And of course, west is the furthest from me, so. Come on, water. There we go. Powers of water, the maiden awakes. Come join the circle and share in the light. And finally, the God candle. Which I'm going to move out just a little because that snowflake has glitter on it and you never know. Powers of water, the maiden awakes. Come join the circle and share in the light. Be with me now, O ancients eternal. Hear now my prayers, hopes, and dreams. The goddess has wakened once more as the maiden by loving caresses from the strengthened Sun King. And then I'm just going to light the rest of the altar candles up top here. So I will raise this up so you can kind of see what I'm doing here. Whew, this is where I gotta watch my sleeves, guys. Because these sleeves are long, long, long sleeves. So I have enough candles, by the way, to keep this altar going through the night, which for Imbolc is important. We want to keep that light going through the night to encourage Brigitte to come, and she will then take over the hearth fire and to keep that hearth fire going. So I have enough candles to get through the night for all of these. Did I get all of them? Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Perfect. I'm going to put this down here for now. Autocorrect is attacking me. Can join. Perfect. Okay, so now you see we have quite the light of, this is, boy, I don't know if you can see that. Let me lift this just a little. I don't know if you can see the flame behind all those candles, but there's a brass flame there and a star, and then my little lamb over here. And they are all candles to encourage Brigitte to stay through the night. Beautiful. There we go. Okay, behold, we're going to take some of the acorns here and put the acorns in bed with Brigitte. Behold the god and goddess, lord of the forest and his bride. Once again the earth is blessed with life anew inside. Seeds shall soon begin to sprout, and creatures shall young bear. For this is the promise, the cycle of life that is born of the love they share. And so now the god, the pre-attack wand, he goes into the bed without burning me. And usually they make a cross. They cross each other. So now comes the working portion of the Imbolc ritual, which in this case, the working portion of this is just an incredible meditation. So if you guys are ready for meditation, I would like to take you on a great journey to meet Brigitte in all of her aspects, which will be really powerful if you let it. So hopefully you can take some time, take a couple deep breaths, find a quiet space, hopefully where you won't be interrupted. We all know family life comes in and there's not much you can do. Brigitte, Inspire of Poets, I ask you to join this celebration and bless us with your presence. Mistress of Smiths and of the Forge, be welcome here. As we look forward to the coming spring, we honor you and we listen for your holy wisdom. Lady of Healing, please join us in this celebration of Imbolc. Accept this offering of food and drink, which I have here in the chalice and in the offering dish. And we ask, given in hospitality and in love. Brigitte, hail and welcome. I want you to get comfortable. Shut your eyes. Take 3 deep breaths, one right after the other. 1, 2, and 3. In your mind's eye, you see a mist beginning to rise from the floor. See them rolling and growing higher and higher, filling your circle. The mists are dense. You can't see anything around you anymore, but you can feel your surroundings, and the mists are warm and comforting. The mist begins to fade, and you find that you are at the edge of a large open meadow. It's a February day, but the sun is bright and warm, and it's higher in the sky than it was a few weeks ago. Breathe in the clean air and feel the new life beginning to stir just below the surface. A path leads across the meadow, and you begin to move forward. Have you been here before? Look around. What do you see? Listen. What do you hear? And keep walking. The path leads up a hill, and at the top of this green, luscious hill is a single evergreen tree reaching high into the sky. Greet the tree. Smell its fragrance. Touch its rough bark and feel its solidity. You notice some movement and you turn and see a woman walking up the other side of the hill. She has thick red hair and she's dressed in a majestic green gown. And she carries a small harp, which she plays both effortlessly and beautifully. As you listen to the music, thoughts and feelings begin to swirl inside you. What is it that you are called to create? What song must you sing? What poem must you write? What thing of beauty must you make? What is your great art? Ponder this as the great individual you are. There is only one of you, and only you can make this great art. Yes, that's it. Do you have it? thank the Lady Brigitte for her inspiration. And now the mist begins to rise again. The woman and the tree fade from view, and the sound of the harp grows ever more faint. You feel yourself moving through space and time, and when the mist begins to fade again, you find yourself in a small village. It is night, and the sky is dark. It is cold, and though the wind is low, you feel it pulling the heat from your body. Winter is still very much with us. At the end of the street, you see light flooding out from an open door. Begin walking toward this light. You walk through the door into brightness and warmth. A hot fire burns in the hearth, and the tools of metalworking are neatly arranged. This is the forge of Brigitte. A woman stands in front of the fire, the same woman you saw on the hill. She is still dressed in green, but her fine gown has been traded for the rough clothes of a smithy. Her thick red hair has been pulled back, and her sleeves are rolled up, revealing her strong arms. She swings a hammer, shaping a piece of bronze against a heavy iron anvil. The woman looks at you and smiles. You have a part to play here. Are you the hammer? The instrument of the will of this great goddess? Are you the anvil, supporting the work of others? Or are you the metal, going into the forge to be refined and shaped and tested and transformed into something more? All three are worthy, and you are one of these for this upcoming season. Thank the Lady Brigitte for her smithcraft. Now the mist begins to rise again. The woman and her work fade from view, and the heat of the forge is lost in the cool of the mists. Again, you feel yourself moving through space and time. And when the mist begins to fade, you find yourself in a forest of mighty oaks. It is twilight, just before dawn. Through the trees, you can see an orange glow on the horizon. Morning is coming, but the night has been long. A short ways into the forest is a well, and you realize you're thirsty. You begin walking toward the well. As you approach, you see a woman standing beside the well. This is the sacred well of Brigitte, one of many. Once again, she wears green, but this time it is the simple robe of a healer. The soot and sweat of the forge are gone, and she is spotlessly clean. The woman draws water from the well and dips a cup into the bucket and hands it to you. And you drink, and it is cool and clear. This perfect water does more than quench your thirst. It refreshes your body, it restores your will, it renews your soul. You have been made anew. Thank the Lady Brigitte for her healing. Yet again, the mist begins to rise. The woman and the well fade from view, and again you feel yourself moving through space and time. The mists fade a final time, and you find yourself back in this place and in this time. When you are ready, open your eyes and be here now. Brigitte, goddess of healing, goddess of smithcraft, goddess of inspiration, we thank you for your presence and your blessings. May there be peace and honor between us now and forever. So what did you guys think? Did you meet Brigitte on the road? Beautifully done. Good, good, good. So I hope that seeing Brigitte has helped you to renew your soul, which is definitely something that this is a part of. That's okay, Danny. No problem. Steal away. You know me. As a matter of fact, if you need to message me and I will put it together, in a message for you. Dana. Is that Dana? Hi, sweetheart. Makes me a bit teary with joy. Yay. No more closet solitary witch. I love it. Well, welcome home. That's what that means. You are home. So we're going to close the circle and end the ritual part. And then, we can talk about whatever else you guys have. We can talk about the initiation stuff if you want. So, though we leave this circle tonight, water, fire, air, and earth, all of our symbols shall linger on a while longer, blessing our homes and our hearths. The herbs that scent our rooms tonight were chosen with loving care to bless you and me and our families and our friends and our sisters and brothers everywhere. We honor thee, maiden, most blessed bride, as your candle burns through this night, and thank you for the renewed life you offer us all as you emerge from the dark to the light. So now I snuff the element candles. The rest of the candles I keep on. And then like when the ones above here have burn out, then I replace them with candles that will burn a little bit longer. These were really, chime candles, ritual candles that that are not meant to burn for a long time, but we want a lot of candles burning all night. If you are able to do that. Oh, hi, Krampus. Oh, yes, he's over there. I forget that he's over there. It's probably not the best night to have Krampus right here, although I don't mind. But I know some people don't really love Krampus, and like I do. And you perhaps may not want to see that evil, scary-looking face. I, of course, don't mind at all. Well, hello, all. I'm sorry. If you missed it, please go back and listen to the meditation portion for sure. the meditation that I found is a very powerful meditation. And it's a great way to introduce yourself to the energy of Imbolc and the energy of Brigitte, who has so many different aspects that not exactly limbs and snowflakes. Yeah, he's a little separate from the rest of the Imbolc altar for sure. Yep, definitely. You know, not that he doesn't have his own reason for being here, I suppose. And it's here for us now anytime we feel like we need it. Yes, exactly. And anytime you feel like you need to reconnect with Brigitte, to renew yourself, to allow her to do some healing on you, you can listen to this again. So this is my first actual Imbolc. Yay! Well, welcome, welcome. That's so exciting. My first holiday was, my first Sabbath was Ostara, and it was in Watkins Glen, and the kids were very little, and I remember walking up the hill in our backyard, and I swear we have pictures of it someplace, but I don't know exactly where. 60 people. We have 60 people here. We do. Well, welcome, welcome. I hope that you all are able to enjoy the energy of the Imbolc season. To me, Imbolc is so much about hope. It's that hope and renewal of, hi Hexen, that hope and renewal of life and love and growth. And that's okay, Hexen. You can always go back and watch it whenever you want. No big deal. The hope that things are growing. The hope that even though it's cold and nasty, that we know that under the earth, those buds are forming, that on the trees, the buds are forming, that things are starting to warm up underneath the earth. Hi, Heather. And what a hopeful, neat way to think about life. You know, when it's all cold and stuff, we know that things are changing. So when we go through one of the things that many of us have been going through, which is, you know, nasty energy and feeling we know, we have the hope that it's going to get better. I got caught up fixing my new phone and updating my apps. Oh no, you almost lost all your YouTube info. Oh no. My January has been blah. Me too, Deb. I'm so with you there for sure. My first was Lunasa. Yay! With Bob and Ben and me. I know it. How funny. It doesn't seem like it was that long ago. I mean, it wasn't really that long ago, but it's your second Imbolc with the squirrel family. Yay! I love it. Well, welcome, welcome. My card for the day was the star, which is hope for me. Yay, Lady D. Perfect. Today was beautiful. I actually picked a little daisy. Good. Good, good. Hello, Nishant. How are you? Absolutely. Initiation into the dark side, Stephen. No. So, Stephen made it on. Yay. Sorry I was a little late, Stephen. You should know that my squirrely self is late from time to time. I was all ready for the ritual, and then I thought, no, my energy isn't right, and I need to take a quick shower to cleanse. What initiation? Oh, are they talking about initiation? So, yes, one of the things that I'm going to start doing is getting ready to do a self-dedication and initiation ritual. Children of the Dark Lord. You guys are terrible. Well, we do have, you know, him to help out, so. yeah, I've decided that I am going to do a self-dedication. Some people have been asking me to assist them and, figure out a self-dedication. And so when I was driving home yesterday, I think, I decided that I'm going to do a class. I'm going to do a class that if you want to do a self-dedication and initiation, then you need to take the class at the Church of Tom Brady. No, that is never going to happen, ever. That's the first you've heard about it. Have you not been paying attention to our chat, mister? Yes, on my way home from work last night, I was putting it in the chat. And then when I got home and I did the video last night, I talked about it last night. You might have been asleep though, huh? You guys are terrible. You know what, Heather? I was just thinking about Justin the other night. You haven't been in chat? Okay. I was just thinking about Justin the other night because I haven't heard from him either. I was going to try to get a hold of him this weekend and see how he's been. For sure. Anyway, Stephen, it's not something that has been like weeks in the making or anything. It's just actually from last night. You know, my squirrely brain. Last night I got an idea and then I kind of put it in motion when we were on. You didn't watch last night? Well, that's why you don't know what we're talking about. And then when we were on last night, I said it out loud and then kind of formed an idea and kept running with it. So self-dedication. So if you're interested, a self-dedication is really saying, you know what, this is the path that I want to be on. I'm going to dedicate myself to growing spiritually on this path that I feel is the right path for me. And it is not like any other initiation or self-dedication. But she pissed me off. I actually didn't talk about her very much, Stephen. I saw that. But I didn't talk about her very much. So I know that kind of stuff bothers you. Literally, the book. How much did I talk about the book, guys? Like maybe 5 minutes of the whole thing. I just, because that bugs me too. You know that. I don't like when they start talking about witches as women only, or, witches are women. It's like crazy. It's the book. I know exactly what he's talking about. The book, she made the book dedication, Crafting Witch. The beginning of the book talks about what is a witch, and it says a witch is a woman who blah 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 blah. And that is, yeah, and they didn't say in men. They just said a woman. And I'm like, that kind of leaves a whole lot of people out. So honestly, I didn't talk about the book very much. We kind of got into the dedication and the class and started talking about what I can do. Male witches are here. That's right. What I can do for the class. And I kind of stopped talking about the book. Like I showed it a couple times, but I didn't talk about it very much because How do you deal with guilt and fear when you want to be a witch and have always been a Christian? Can't people understand it's all the same thing? It's all the same spirit. How do you deal with guilt and fear? Well, that is a good question. Guilt and fear is something that the Christian church, the Catholic Church in specific, if you ask me, but that may be coming from, a Catholic. That's a whole video, right? But the Christian church in general kind of pounds guilt into your head. And, and how dare you, and you're going to upset your parents and you won't go to the same heaven as us and all that kind of stuff. You were raised Mormon. Oh, you had a lot to go through too then, Pat. Not that all of us don't, if you were raised in any tradition, that isn't an open kind of tradition, then you kind of feel that guilt for a little while. Is there such a thing as an uninitiation ceremony? You mean uninitiated from the Christian path or uninitiated from us? Growing up around only Southern Baptists, there was no other options for me. It was, this is how things are, or you're going to hell, right? The Southern, yep, Southern Baptist, that's it, for sure. Lutheran. Sounds like the Mormons, Hubs and I tried, it wasn't for us, right? Still pulling out. Yeah, absolutely. I've been a witch for 18, well, yeah, 18, no, not quite, probably 15 years. And I'm still, you know, sometimes I feel, not really, all right, I'll be honest, not really. Once in a while I feel guilty, but it's not much. Never had any guilt or fear. Good. I had to lie to a bishop and get confirmed Catholic because my father told me to shut up and not make my mother cry. From any path, you can uninitiate yourself from any path you want to. There's no one says what you have to do. That's why we are the spiritual path that we're on. It's because you have to, you know, allow other people to do what they want. You can certainly, you know, cut ties and turn your back from any path that you're not feeling. So I hope, Stephen, that you'll continue to talk to us all, because I feel your energy across the pond from here. I want to hug you. But anyways, yes, so self-dedication, initiation. No, it's an initiation into a spiritual path of whatever spiritual path you find yourself on. So it really is a dedication to yourself. It is a signal to the universe that you have decided you are going to dedicate yourself to walking this path of the old religions, this path of spirituality, this path of whatever spiritual journey you are ready to dedicate yourself to. And I find that when you do that, when you do like an out loud dedication, the universe starts bringing you synchronicities, and it's a signal to the universe to say, this is the path that you're on, and so now I'm going to send you things that I think will help you move forward in that path that you are on. All right, I did not blow this candle out. How did it get out? That's so weird. I did not put it out. And so it is not a specific, you know, it's not as a witch. It's not as a Norse, you know, Asratu. It's not as a Celtic druid. It's not, it is whatever path you feel called to follow. And my only thing is, if I am going to be the one helping you through your self-dedication, then there's homework that I'm going to give everyone to do that is just for themselves. It is, I mean, I'll be checking the work to make sure that you've done the work. But it is your path. It is your spiritual journey. It is, I want to help you to explore that spiritual journey that you want to be on, and to make sure that you're doing the work to say, yes, you know what? This is what works for me. Witchcraft lovers, follow your heart and be happy, and don't let hate and misunderstanding drag you down. That's right. Sonia, just don't tell those people. No reason to. It's your private life. You don't have to share everything. Yep, you can stay closeted if you need to. They would call me a crazy old lady. You would be surprised. I have to say, the one thing that I think is I hear the most is that people are surprised at I wish I could blindly follow Christianity. It would be really easy, and I almost wish I believed like they do, but I know there is more out. Right? The one thing that people tell me when they come out of the closet, of the witch closet, is that you would be surprised, and they are usually surprised at how many people are accepting and curious. Now, I'm not going to say that everyone in your life is going to be accepting. You know, it definitely is not going to be everybody in your life. But that most people seem curious about it more than they are like, oh, you're horrible. Most people seem like, hey, what is that about? And is that this? And especially if you, when you come out of the closet, if you say, look, this is the path I'm on. If you have questions about it, feel free to come out and talk to me about it, because I would rather you feel comfortable talking to me about it than, than harbor questions and think something that is not true. Do you have a good response when you come out? I did. For the most part. I mean, I had, now I'll tell you, my grandfather, that was a little different. I was a little bit in the closet with my grandfather. He knew that I was exploring this path, but he was a strict Catholic. He was a strict Catholic from birth. He raised us to be strict Catholics. And I know somebody said they had to like lie to their bishop or something. I had to do that too, because my older two boys were born. And when I came out and said I was exploring a pagan path and stuff, my grandfather broke my heart and he cried. I still can't talk about it, because upsetting my grandfather to me was like, oh, I can't do that. He cried because he said to me, they're not going to go to heaven. And I'm like, Grandpa, do you really believe that? How can you believe that if your God is this benevolent, wonderful being, that he's going to send these children to hell? How can you believe that? And he's like, please get them baptized. And I'm like, okay, I will get them baptized. All right, you win. I'm not going to upset you that much. I'll get them baptized. So my two oldest boys were baptized as Catholics. They literally would not know the whole sit, stand, kneel thing. Exactly. But now he realizes now for sure. I know that they realize, both my grandparents, because both my grandparents have visited me in dreams, and they are in this house all the time. This is their house that I'm living in. They bought in 1947. Got to give the deity some credit. I know, right? If you believe that your God is this benevolent, wonderful being, how in the world could, but you know what? I was like, I'm not going to argue with my grandpa. He's my grandpa and I love him. So we baptized the two older boys. Like I said, they would have no idea how to do church. The whole sit, stand, kneel, this thing, they'd be like, what the heck are you doing? They have never been to church like that. When they were younger, I did encourage them to do whatever, like they had been to Christian churches. They went to, I'm sure, a couple Catholic masses, but yes, it is Venus of Willendorf. You know, the great body of the goddess. When I say I have the body of a goddess, I am not kidding. Yes. So basically turn their back on me because of all their ignorance. That's sad. That's really sad. I'll tell you, at work, everyone at work knows that I'm a pagan, and I take off most pagan holidays. And they all know, and they all are absolutely fine with it. They have no problem. As a matter of fact, like I said, most people are curious. And I get like I get bombarded for tarot readings all the time. Most people at work are, because don't forget that technically religious persecution in the workplace is against the law in most places. Now, sometimes if you work in a hospital that is owned by a religious organization, just in from work, any news on Red Room? Besides the stuff from yesterday, I haven't heard today. Yes. Yep. But so if you work in a hospital that is owned by, like, I worked at a hospital that was Seventh-day Adventist, and that's a different story. They can discriminate basically based on her. Red Room is in a coma because she tried to commit suicide. We found that out yesterday. And so we are sending energy. That sweet little girl just kills me because she's so damn sweet. And her energy is beautiful. And I was worried about her where she was anyways, because they were not accepting at all. And she very much felt called to this path. And such a bright light. So yes, they keep doing the, but what about the Holy Spirit? And it's sort of that, I think of that, but with a different name and utterly different way of viewing it. Exactly. Activating my altar, that's okay. I know. She is such a bright light, and I'm just so, there's just, there's too much of that in this world. Okay. Not that I'm not going to think about her, but whew, I'm going to change my energy because we're going to change our energy to healing stuff. I know, me too. Wouldn't it be great if everyone would just accept people for who they are? Period. End of story. Yes, so the energy that I'm going to portray and exude and send to her is upbeat, uplifting, healing, loving. Because that's what she needs. And she knows us. She knows that that's what we're going to give her, right? I heard a pagan say, I believe in Jesus. He's just not the God. He's one of the lesser gods. Not as important, but yeah, he's real. Of course he's real. January is over, right? Thank goodness January is over, for sure. Aw, my friend's whose 15-year-old son. That's terrible, Sherry Bug. I know, especially when you're young. When you're young and you feel like, that this situation is never going to change. And that's partly why I love this path. And I do try to witness, per se, with this path, because this path teaches that in the wheel of the year, we go through ups and downs. That's why we look to the wheel, by the way, because things happen and, things get dark for a while. And guess what? The light always comes back. It always comes around again. The wheel keeps turning. And so when you go through that kind of a time, keep on trucking, keep moving forward so that it can come around again. The Wheel of Fortune, that's right. The Wheel of the Year, the Wheel of Fortune, the lunar cycles, we follow all of that for a reason. Okay, so if you are interested in the self-dedication initiation, if you are on Facebook, please join our Facebook group, and which is in the information down below. It's a spiral of life for sure. And I will be making an event there. It will be there tomorrow. If you do not have Facebook and you're interested, then you can email Pat, and he is going to help me out with the email part of this, because I'm going to do my part on Facebook, and then we'll, figure it out so we can make sure we email it. How are we going to submit our homework? And that's, is the Facebook up? Yes, it is private. Private, secret, private. It's not secret, it's private. So what that means is people can see the name of the group, I think, or something, right? Help me out, people. I think nobody can see what you post in it. Nobody can see. I'm trying to remember. I swear nobody can see you're in it, but I might be wrong. People, they just can't see the activity. They can see the name of the group, right? I'm looking forward to this. Will it be a any witchy path sort of initiation? It's going to be my witchy path initiation. So you're going to initiate there's two separate things here. There's a self-dedication and an initiation. So the initiation is, it's my path, but don't forget that my path is accepting whatever your path is. I do not subscribe to one path and one path alone. If you want to call my path the squirrel coven path, the squirrely path, that is the path that you're going to choose, the path that you go through, that's your path. So you're initiating under me. Will you be doing live chats or videos? Yes, I will be doing live videos and live chats. That will be just for the initiates, which is different for me. Usually I don't like to leave anyone out, but I'm not leaving anyone out unless they don't want to be in it. So if you want to be in it, that's what you have to do, is join it. It is going to be, there'll be a link for the initiation group when we have videos on the initiation stuff, that you will get the link when you're in the group. And then you can join us for those videos. Again, it's not that I'm trying to leave anyone out, but I want to, there's going to be some homework kind of stuff. There's going to be, and again, it is not homework like you're thinking. It is not homework like I have, 10 pages of math to do tonight. It is going to be, here's some examples of the elements. I want no 6-page essays, right? Yay, thank you, Amethyst. How do you find the group? Lady D, if you look in the information down below this video where it says live Imbolc ritual, and then it says Mama Squirrel's Witchy Wisdom, underneath that, it says I work hard to bring you the content, blah, blah, blah. There's 3 links. The first link is to my Etsy shop. The second link is to the Facebook group. The third link is to my Pinterest, which is a big, big, big rabbit hole. It's just to help you discover more options. That's right. I want to know that you are going to actually dedicate yourself to your spiritual growth. And that's what this is all about, is saying to the universe, I am here. I am on this path. I'm dedicating myself to learning more about my spirituality. And I'm doing the work to step forward in my spiritual life. And it's a signal to the universe to bring us all kinds of goodies and synchronicities and people that wouldn't be in our life unless we were walking up the path that we're walking. It's going to be wonderful. It's going to be wonderful. And as of now, I'm not sure. I think I'm going to do the initiation on Ostara. I want to look and see the date of Ostara to be sure. that we have enough time. I don't know if we'll have enough time. So it may be Beltane. Beltane? Yeah, it might be Beltane. We'll see. We'll see how we're doing. We'll kind of gauge it by how we're doing. How's that sound? Good, good, good. Of course. You're already in your Facebook group. Well, I will be posting the event tomorrow. It's okay, Lady D. I'm a squirrel. I'm totally with you. We're good. Altar is fully lit and going. Yay! Healing and love going out to the universe for all our friends and family that need it. Beautiful. We need it. Did you miss it? Yes, Jess. I'm sorry you missed it. But don't forget, it's not in any time and place. So you can certainly go back and watch it. March 20th is Ostara. So that gives us almost 2 months. That's probably going to be enough time. Jen, I would like to know what you're doing, especially as a mod. Absolutely. Sure, March. No problem. You know what, March? Facebook message me and we'll talk. I'm sorry, Jazz. I know it. My daughter's 5th birthday is on a star. Aw, 5 is such a great age. I think Mama's emailing it to me so I can see it all. Yes, absolutely. Dana, actually, if you're okay with it, now, Dana, this will be up to you. If you're okay with that, I would like to give Pat your email address because he's so much better with the technology, and I'm giving most of the email part to him. YouTube unsubscribed you. Oh no. But you know, I don't give out your information. Okay, perfect. All right. And Shauna has it already. Awesome. I just want you to know I don't give out your information, you know, willy-nilly. I don't give it out unless I ask you ahead of time. She's a blast. When she was born, it was the spring equinox. Aw, how sweet. Okay, so set out your your cloths. If you're gonna do the cloths, which I of course cannot remember what they're called right now, briga. You enjoy being the only one that bosses me, Dana. I would give out your email address and phone number to everybody if you wanted me to. I just don't, because of privacy stuff, I don't give it out. You're so funny. Okay, I gotta find the post. Hang on. What the hell is it called? The cloths that you put out tonight on the bushes. And then you use them for headaches. Throughout the year. You put out these cloths and they're called Bret Brigide. So you make up these cloths and you put them out on the bushes tonight, and they Brigide will bless them, and then you can give her my info. Will do. Then you can use them all year for when you have a headache. You can use them for headache cloths. So they're called, what did I say? Bret Brigide. This is the first year I'm going to try to remember to do them. I say every year I'm going to do them, and then I forget. The other thing is Kaliak. We find out today, well, technically tomorrow. We find out tomorrow during the day, depending on how things are. Kaliak will either come out because it'll be nice enough that she gets more wood and sticks and all that kind of stuff. And then we know winter is going to take quite a lot longer. Or, oh my God, I thought you said it was called rat pussy. Oh, that's too funny. Well, I don't think I would want to put a rat pussy on my head for headaches. Glad I didn't ask for that, right? What the hell was I saying? Oh, that's too funny. Oh, Kaliak. If if it's crappy weather, that's better. Because that means Kaliak did not come out and gather more wood. So winter will be over in 6 weeks. That's where the groundhog came from, by the way, in case you didn't know that, is from Kaliak. I'm wishing you well and good health. Ah, that's right, Jez. Well, who knows what people did back in the day, right? They could have put rat pussies on their head for headaches. It's definitely a possibility. Cameron, I don't think Mama has ever done a PG rated video. Yeah, that's true. PG rated video. I try really hard, but it's really hard for me to curb my mouth. I am Irish. Mama says if it works for you, it works. Who knows? That's right. You never know. It could possibly work. Rat pussies. Oh, I love you guys so much. All right. Now when I see people with cloths on their head, I know, right? That's all we're going to think about. Used to cut off a frog's head for shut the fuck up spells. There you go. Unfortunately, there probably are people who rather like rats too much. Ew. Does anyone have any spare rat vagina later on? Just let me know. I'm starting to get a headache. Every time I get a headache, I'm going to totally think, I need a rat pussy. Isn't there always 6 more weeks of winter? Same here with Irish blood. Yes. Yep. Well, that's at least 6 weeks of winter. And then, like, of winter weather. And then if Kaliak comes out, if tomorrow is nice, that means it's going to be longer than that. This is how the Eye of Newt thing got started, right? Probably. Oh, that's too funny. I love you guys so much. Okay, so tomorrow is supposed to be cloudy and really windy. Yay! That's good. The crappier, the better, because then Kaliak won't come out. All right. There are 3 books that I'm going to be getting a lot of my information from. The one I showed last night is possible. Although I'll tell you, Stephen's right. After that kind of slight, that kind of pisses me off. But I am going to use it a little bit. She has some good lists and stuff in there. I forgot the actual names for the cloths. They're Brat Brigides, right? Brat Brigide. Brat Brigide. Rat pussy. This is one of the books that I'm going to be using a lot. The $45 book. Yeah. I'm not going to be using that as much. It's got some good lists. It's really pretty, but I'm going to be using this book a lot. It doesn't mean you have to have it, but if you want to have a good book to follow along, look in thrift books, that kind of thing. This is Phyllis Curott, Witchcrafting. She's coming out with a tarot or an oracle deck this year. I'm really excited. I love Phyllis Curott. This was the first and best, probably, witch book I have ever read. And this is the second book, Dedicant. Yeah, me too, Jez. I'm hearing you. Yes, both of them are on Amazon. Dedicant. This is Thuri Califia. Yes, this one is too. Lots of used book sites. Exactly. Look up the title and used after the name for sure. Because a lot of these you can get used. But, you know, if you guys love Amazon, they're both on Amazon too. Did someone say Stephen was right? Yes, Stephen was right. You usually are. Except that then you stopped the video, so you missed all the rest of it. And you didn't realize that I'm telling you right now, Stephen, I know you're not going to believe me. But as soon as that came out of my mouth, I thought, oh my gosh, Stephen's not here, is he? because I thought, oh, he's never going to listen to it. And then I saw your comment today say, well, I stopped right there. You read this book, but it was like 1997. These two are awesome. So I really, really like this, these two books. Thrift Books, $20. Amazon, $24. There you go. Dedicant. Thury has a second book, called Initiate. So when we're done with that one, if we want to go into like a initiation 202, is that what it is? We can get the second book, which is called Initiate. There was supposed to be a third book that she never wrote, or she's writing still. I don't know. It's been a long time, though, I'll tell you. You have it on your bookshelf. Awesome. I can't remember what the third book is called, but she says it in Initiate. She's like, I'm writing the third book, and it still hasn't come out. So I don't know what happened with that, but. All right. I love you guys. I'm going to let you go before the hubby gets home and gets mad because I'm hogging the living room. You don't have any of these books? It's okay. You don't have to. Like I said, if you want them to do your research and stuff, those are the books I'm going to pull a lot of stuff from. But you do not have to. What you might want to have if you don't have those books is my Pinterest page, which is also on here. That's the third link down, because my Pinterest page has probably every bit of information that's in those books too. Really does. Just don't get lost. Make sure you have like somebody is holding on to the other end of the rope so that you can get pulled back out. Because I mean, it's my Pinterest page and I get lost in it, and you're so welcome. Make sure you guys click that like button for me so that more and more people can watch the video and get introduced to the wonderful connections that we are making. She has over 100 boards on there. Yes, I do. I have a lot. Do not visit Mama's Pinterest unless you want to be there for hours. I even do that. It's my page. So please click the like button for me so we can get this out to as many people as we can. And on her Pinterest, she has the rat pussy clothes. Yeah. All right. We're going to have to get a t-shirt now that says rat pussy on it. That's just going to have to happen. I don't know how we're going to do it. Maybe we'll have a rat, like, what do you call it? Spreading your legs across somebody's head. Oh, a squirrel wearing a rat pussy. Yes, that's it, Pat. Who's an artist? Who can do that for us? All right. Blessed Imbolc. I will see you guys at some point tomorrow. No one would know what that was, right? They'd be like, what in the world is that? That's kind of the point. I love you guys. Blessed Imbolc, and we'll see you tomorrow. Don't forget your rat pussies out.